Good morning. I'm here at the Michigan State Capitol in my office, and I'm joined by our Chief Medical Executive, Dr. Janae Khaldun. The goal here is simple. Stay home, stay safe, save lives. This will be temporary.
That stay-at-home order, it was set to expire next week, but the governor, within the past hour, extending it until June 12th.
The partial shutdown extended until December 20th. That means no indoor dining, in-person learning at high schools, or places of large gatherings like movie theaters.
Restaurants are still recovering from the first shutdown earlier this year, and back then they even got some help from the government.
And now they're forced to shut down indoor dining, and that extra help is nowhere to be found.
So we have another business owner that are standing up for their rights. And that's exactly what you have to do, folks.
A Facebook group for people against Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order was shut down by the social media giant yesterday.
I have issued an executive order. It's not a suggestion, it's an order.
Good afternoon, my fellow Michiganders. Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. Here we are today going to talk about, again, the governor. When she gives us lemons, we are going to make vats and vats and vats of lemonade, especially with the clown show that we are currently in, and we continue. I mean, we're shutting down all these businesses. We're ruining these people's lives. And I knew in my head at the time, I could just foresee what was going to happen. I knew that lockdowns, if you do it for a long period of time, do more harm than good. We're social beings. And I just had all this anger inside of me. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to make a Facebook group. And I did it for my own personal expression. I just wanted to get something off my chest. I just made like a 2 to 3 minute video, just like, why is this happening? This doesn't make sense. And I posted it. And that night, I go home to my wife, and there's like 500 people that joined our group. And I looked at it, I was like, holy cow. Like, there's 500 people that feel just like I do. And that's one of the things I think with conservatives, we thought we were alone. And when I woke up the next morning, it was 5,000. And I went to work that day, and later on that day, it was 100,000. And the second night, it was 200,000. The third night, it was 300,000 people. And I looked at my wife on a Sunday afternoon, I was like, you know, what the heck did I do? And then we got clipped overnight. Boom, Facebook took us down. The reason we got taken down was we basically got a notification, or I got a notification from Facebook that said I was advocating the spread of disease. And the post that they got me on was when I was doing a Facebook Live at Carl the Barber's at his facility when he was refusing to shut down. And I didn't interview anybody. All I did is held up my phone and I was like, hey, I'm at Carl the Barber's. We're in here. We have somebody that's standing up.
I've been in this business for 60 years. I cut my first head of hair in 1961, April 20th. When the legislature said her assignment was over and she decided that she was no longer going to govern, but she was going to become a ruler, it's when I decided I was going to open back up again. In that first week, I was working 16 hours a day because this is the way I make my living. I wasn't going to take government money. They were offering me, I think, $160 a week. My taxes were due that week, $2,000 worth of taxes that week. Plus a $400 heat bill here, at that time. That $160 wasn't going to cover my expenses, not even close. So I felt that it was necessary for me, because it's my right, it's my American right to work.
Our governor said we
I couldn't take another 28 days. I had to get back to work.
So my name is Juliette Altman. I live in Kalamazoo with my husband and my 4 humans. My 3rd son is special needs. He is autistic and non-speaking, non-verbal, so he does not communicate with mouth words. And his school provides a lot of the therapies that make his life comfortable. So that means physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, water therapy, and of course the social skills and the routine. His life requires routine. Any change in that and it messes him up. She not only shut down the school, she also shut down the playgrounds. So everything, his comfort and being able to help him calm down was really hard. So it had just been a really frustrating day, and my 2nd son was turning 9. And he's like, well, this sucks. Beckham's all upset. I can't have a birthday party. We're still doing this. I can't go to a playground, and I can't go get Chick-fil-A. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that does suck. This is so stupid. You know what? Let's get in the car. I got him in the car, and I drove everybody to Indiana just so he could get some freaking Chick-fil-A and go to a stupid playground. And they're like, this is so great. Why is our state shut down, and why can't I run around outside with friends? I was like, I don't know, buddy, but you know what? Indiana's not that far. That wasn't that terrible of a car ride. I will literally bring you here as much as you need, if it makes you happy.
These kids, they've had a whole year now, and it looks like it's going to continue, of all of their lives just being ripped from them. And so that's the biggest thing that we need to change now, is we're leaving long-lasting scars now. This isn't just a superficial paper cut that's going to heal in a week. We are damaging these kids.
We just weren't really sure at first. We thought, this might be a couple weeks. Like most people, we didn't think it was going to be ongoing. We thought this will happen for, a few weeks or a month, but then the months continued on, and then the months, just kept going, and the place remained empty. We did qualify for a little bit of the PPP, but it's still not enough to cover the bills that we have coming in. There's a lot of fear, that how are we going to be able to keep this business sustained? We want to be able to still have this place that so many people look forward to coming, so many people, it has changed so many people's lives. Staying in contact with members, there was a lot of, it seemed just a loss of hope, an increase in a lot of depression going on. I think it went on for a long time, and we just weren't seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm not sure he even told me that he was starting the Facebook group, and it was just a way for him to express some of his grievances and kind of put it out there. Why is this happening? What's going on? This doesn't feel right. And I remember we were just about to fall asleep. He checked his phone, and we couldn't believe that it was thousands of people had already joined the group. And when we woke up, and the thousands more that had joined the group, he said, I'm not the only one. We are not the only ones who feel this way. I knew it. I believe I was the one to tell him to run for governor before he even made the decision. God's gift to Garrett was leadership. He stands up for the regular person who can't stand up for themselves.
We need a person like Garrett that is not a politician, that is willing to take off the gloves and fight.
He's done all this with zero expectation. If anything, there was more to lose. And that was a risk that he was willing to do to be a voice.
He's not just talking, he's out there in the community, he's out there advocating, he's out there, standing up for the people, and that's what we need.
My job's not done. My vow is not done. I have to finish what I promised the state of Michigan. I have to finish what I promised the people of the state of Michigan what I would do. And I won't quit. And I don't quit. I'm a fighter, and I will continue to push this thing forward until I fulfill my vow to the people. I'm Garrett Soldano, and I'm running for governor.
The power of one can lead to the power of many.